The truck is wiggling. Boy, this has got me scared as hell. It looks like it's slipping. Well, good morning. I think this may still be a good place to park at. There's still some spots open, even though there are trucks that did not take them. There's 3 over there. There's some behind, over in front of them. But there are still spots. I mean, here's one. There are a few others too, and there's a bunch of reserve spots over that way. You can see there's one there. I think there's one over there. There. There's another. There's another over there. You can see one in the back there. And then there's some reserve spots right back there. And then right here next to mine. So there are spots to park here. And this happens to be another truck stop that's near a Waffle House. And there's a Hardee's not too far from here too. So if you're looking for, those type of restaurants and you haven't been able to find one that's close enough to where you can park, here you go. St. George, not Utah. St. George, South Carolina. That's where we're at. We're at a Flying J. So put those in your list of favorites. Put that one in your list of favorites. So that way, if you happen to be around this area and you're looking for a place to park and it's late night, you should be able to find something here. If you've got enough room to maneuver, you should be able to get into one of these spots. If not, and you're okay with paying for a reserved spot just so you don't have the headache of trying to back in between 2 trucks, there's spots right over there. So and sometimes you may be okay parking in between 2 trucks. Like I did that when I went to go visit my uncle over there back in Ohio for Easter. I was determined. I'm like, I'm getting this damn thing in there. And then there's other times where you're just tired and you don't want to fuss with it. Well, the reserve spots, may work out for you. You just go, park, adjust if you need to. Boom, done. Just go pay for it. And you don't have to worry about it. You can go hit the sack. So just keep that in mind. Paying for a parking spot is not that bad of a thing. If you do it every single day, well, okay, that's going to add up. But once in a while, it's not such a bad thing. I've done it, but I've only done it a few times. And each time that I did it, I didn't feel bad about it. It was more of a relief, if anything. It's just kind of like, oh, thank goodness there were some reserved spots. That way I could just kind of park in and not have to fuss with trying to get in between 2 tractor trailers, when there may not be enough room up front here for me to swing my truck around. But 10 hours have passed. Yeah, I actually woke up before then and got started here right after my 10-hour reset, because we got a lot to do today. We got a lot to do. And we'll conclude things once we get over to the terminal. But we've got another load, and assuming they don't take it away, I'm going to be so pissed if they do. I got to get an empty trailer and everything else. So yeah, there's a lot to do. So let's go ahead and get going. I'm going to do my pre-trip and we'll be out of here. See that truck over there? He was over here to my right trying to back in to a spot, and he couldn't get in there. Probably because his truck, is that an International? I think no, I don't know. It may not be. But he couldn't get his truck swung around, so he couldn't do it. So he's parking over there. Where the reserve spot is at. So like I said, you know, don't try to force yourself into something that you can't get in because, you know, your truck won't allow it. Oh, welcome to Georgia, Augusta, Georgia. And I'm tired. Been like past 50 miles, 100 miles. I've been like really yawning a lot and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, there was a car that just went boom, clocked him on my dash, 107 miles per hour. Unbelievable. If that's how that person drives, they're going to eventually wind up in an accident. And I sure hope that it doesn't involve anyone else. That is just crazy. Absolutely crazy. No overnight parking. That's why there's a lot of space here. All right. That's how much we got left is 133. I feel a lot better, so let's go ahead and go. So you gotta love my truck GPS, which was telling me to go this way instead of the other way that I wanted to go. Now the other way I did not think would be for trucks. So that's why I was coming around this way. Well, there just so happens to be a ditch there, which I did not see. And there was a car right here at the stop sign. I tried to make a wide turn, come into this lane. I was busy keeping an eye on this car to make sure that I wasn't going to hit it. So I did not see what was going on the side mirror. Now that's my error there. But still, this load I've had nothing but problems with. Nothing but problems. I should have just said no. It is freaking cursed. Now it looks like the trailer's gonna fall over, and I sure hope as hell that it doesn't. That landing gear may be the one thing that is keeping it from falling over, along with that pole. But I am definitely stuck. I'm not going to be able to back up because of that ditch. As you can see, one tire is off the ground. That landing gear is barely in place. And of course, this is a really heavy load. Man, this has got me scared. You cannot believe how scared this has got me. And why the damn GPS told me to go this way, I don't know. And I did not see this ditch. I thought it was flat right there. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Be sure to learn from my mistakes. That's what it looks like. I was trying to get it around that corner. The corner is it's wide enough, but the damn tandems. I'm hoping the load is heavy enough to keep it in place and not heavy enough to tilt it. This is what we're looking at though. So it looks like it's still connected, maybe. I don't know. All right, thank God there's someone here. Okay, she's stopping traffic. Gonna have to go around another way, sorry. So it looks like he's chaining it on the other side to be able to pull the thing up. And he had me make sure that both of the parking brakes were set and pulled out. I love it. These cars are all honking at each other like that's gonna do any good. Did I mention what date it is? Oh yeah, it's Mother's Day.
Come this way. Back up. Back up. Back up. Go.
So I think he's getting in. I think he's pulling it. Or he's about to pull it. Now, as far as the axles, I don't know. I don't even know if this trailer is going to make it all the way over there. Well, this could certainly be the end of my career. Damn load is late. Several times trying wasted time at the stupid shipper. Flat tire. Damn it, I should have never taken this load. Never taken this load. Okay, he's pulling it. He's getting it right side up. The truck is wiggling. Boy, this has got me scared as hell. Okay, he just hooked up another chain. Just so happens this intersection has to be so freaking busy. That sucker is leaning. Praise God, everyone. I don't think he can get it over. It looks like it's slipping. The problem is that there is a dip. That sucker's leaning. Jesus. I got a feeling this thing's going to tip over and that's going to be it. He can't get it from this side either. He's trying to pull it up over the frickin' concrete there. He's here, he's helping me out, take care of my bonehead decision here. And you know, we all make stupid mistakes. Well, this is one of my big ones. Now he's telling me that he's taken other Swift trailers out of here, but you've also taken out some other trailers too.
Yeah. A lot of trucks get stuck in this hole. We do 2 or 3 a month.
2 or 3 a month?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Now, you've also said that you've seen it to where it's even more like leaning over.
Yeah, they've been touching the pole. The pole's the only thing that's safe. Which you're not far.
Yeah, I know.
You're not far from it. Not an inch.
So how strong is that pole?
It would hold a little bit. It ain't gonna hold the whole weight of that. No, if it would help you, but it wouldn't save you. Like right now, you know, if you was touching a little bit, you'd be all right, but it's not. You see the guide wires on the back side, not the other side, so it wouldn't save you.
But you're saying that at this point it's not going to fall because you managed to get it up on the asphalt a little bit.
A little bit more, yes, sir. Yeah. It's just them other tires are so deep in that hole. If I keep going,
yeah, speeding is going to get you there any quicker.
Oh yeah, this is welcome to Atlanta.
But yeah, he said that he's had other trucks where they were more further off the ground. But as he was saying, and as I was telling you folks, the landing gear, even though the landing gear is not down, it's leaning over and it's almost touching the ground. So I think that the pole and maybe the tires of the truck, most of them are on the ground. That might be helping it stay. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, the bumper too. So folks, if I wind up getting out of this one, let's just say I was lucky as hell and it was a miracle. But then folks, this is Killer Awesome Trucking, and we know that It's not an episode unless something goes wrong. You know, he said that this happens a lot. You think that maybe they would add some pavement around that or something. Folks, you're going to find this interesting, but some guy came by, stopped, and he said, man, this is the second time this week that this happens a lot at this corner. He wasn't kidding. Now, why they don't maybe... You think maybe they would do some asphalt paving or something to help prevent that? Or put up a dang sign at the beginning of the street that says no trucks. Wouldn't you agree?
There's one at that end.
Oh, there's one on that end.
Yeah, it may have got run over on this end. I don't know. There's one on. When I turned, I went by one.
Oh man! See, if I had seen the sign that said no trucking, no trucks. I would have not come down there.
They don't put them on the corners. They put them out where my truck is after you've already turned and get on the road. You know, that's.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
You're already on the road. No trucks. What the hell? Now what?
Yeah. There's nowhere to turn around. Even in my truck, you see how far my tires are to the back.
Yeah.
It don't turn no better than your trailer. I mean, I have to have a big field to turn around in, basically.
Yeah.
Pull up, back up, pull up, back up. But in Georgia, for some reason, they put the no truck signs way up there. After you're already on the road, done committed to where you're going, then you don't have no choice. You know?
Yeah. Well, if it were me, I would just plain stop. I wouldn't keep going. But I definitely wouldn't try to back up. I would just call the police and say, hey, can you help me get out of this situation? Because if I didn't, I would probably wind up in that situation.
It's like anytime I'm getting a tractor trailer and I'm not familiar with the area, I get on my phone, my maps, and go ahead and try to plan my route out to the interstate. I try to look at it real good to make sure I can make it. Because if it's hard for you, it's going to be even harder for me.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing I get. Oh, tractor trailers come in here and turn around all the time. I'm not a tractor trailer. My front tires are almost 30 foot from my back tires.
Yeah, look at that.
It does not turn very good. I mean, going down the regular roads and all, I can do all that, but like making this turn with a tractor trailer, no. I'd have had to come over here and run over the stop sign to make it.
Crazy. Yeah, and like he was saying, there was a no truck sign down that way. A little too late, you know, after you done turn on the road, there's a sign. But what's that one guy's name? The comedian, you know, here's your sign. A little too late. There's the other truck.
The truck in the ditch, but not no semi truck, but one of utility trucks was stuck in the ditch over here too. So this is like the second time I saw a big red truck stuck in this. But we had a first truck, but it was a utility truck. It wasn't no semi. This first time seeing a semi stuck over here.
Yeah, some guy was driving by, and he said that this is the second time this week.
Yeah.
I already know this is going to show up on someone's YouTube channel, but that's okay because I have a YouTube channel. And it's going to have a lot more footage on it than what theirs is. So what he is going to do with that crane, he's going to lift it up and swing it. He's going to lift it up and swing it this way. So they're lifting the trailer completely up. It's a crane. They're going to lift it up and swing it right over here on the road.
Yeah, my co-workers on my job, when I go back on Tuesday, they're going to laugh about this. They're going to be hiding in here. I said, I don't know.
It's Swifty Swift. The fella here, he's filming too, so it'll probably show up on someone else's YouTube channel or TikTok, one of the two. But how many times do you actually get to see it from the perspective of the person who screwed up? Probably not often. But here you go. You're seeing it from the person who screwed up point of view. And yes, I did screw up. I'm not saying.
Here we go. Now the truck is moving.
Here it comes. Here it comes, and hopefully it's not here. There it goes. There it goes.
Now they got the truck up.
He's getting it lifted up.
Got to put the truck right up on the road. And they're doing a nice good job. Here we got 2 officers that's working. Here we got the cop car right there blocking the road.
And no one else has the video footage, but you folks know how cursed this load has been since I picked it up. So you guys got the full story. Nothing's been edited.
Did anything inside your trailer got damaged?
I don't know if it's damaged. It's strapped. And I can't it's supposed to go to Charleston, South Carolina. Well, it wasn't able to make the appointment. There's no way, because of my hours of service. I didn't have enough time to get there. I tried calling them. Couldn't get there. I went there and they couldn't work me in. They said, you're going to have to reschedule. My company got it rescheduled for Tuesday, and they said, we don't want you waiting there the whole time, so bring it over here to the Swift terminal in Atlanta, or Decatur, pretty much. So that's why I'm here. I promise I was not sightseeing. But yeah, this happens a lot at this intersection. With as many times as it happens at this intersection, you think they would do something to help prevent this. Like either pave a little bit more there, or like I was saying earlier, put a freaking sign at the end or the beginning of the road that says no trucks. Well, that doesn't.
There's a lot of shit going on down here in Georgia that they're not going to prove anyway. Because I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, you're from Cleveland?
Yeah.
I was born in Cincinnati.
Yeah. Everybody's coming from all over the world moving down here to Georgia because everybody figured that Georgia's a popular state to be, but it's overcrowded.
Okay, so folks, don't come to Georgia. It's overcrowded, okay? It's on the road. So it looks like I'll be able to, but that axle, I don't know, that doesn't look right there. I'm not sure if the axles,
On the back of the truck?
yeah, the back of it,
Is it bent?
I don't know.
Like you was on your way taking a load to a company, you probably gonna be delayed for a while.
Well, we've been able to safely get this out of the corner. This has been freaking crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, so folks, if you're driving, and like I said on other videos, it doesn't matter if you're with Swift, CR England, or anyone else, do not come this way. It's on Miller. There should be a sign saying no trucks. There's not. It's possible someone knocked it over. Who knows?
My car is sitting there for a reason. You see, I got these trucks in the intersection. Because everybody in a hurry, you're going to cause an accident after.
This is probably the most dramatic video I've ever had on my channel. Okay, so there's a lot that I had to do. I had to send in a Macro 55 in regards to the breakdown. Even though I had called them, they wanted me to send the Macro 55 pretty much the state when I was out of the situation. A Macro 52 because it was an accident. Thankfully, it was not a really, really bad one because it sure as heck could have been. You folks don't know how lucky I was. It is a miracle that trailer didn't tip over. And my driver leader wants me to just take the rest of the day off. He said, I've had drivers that have incidents and then they just drive like crap the rest of the day. And I told him, I said, look, I don't want to drive the rest of the day. I'll have to go through LCQT again, probably. I sure as hell ain't getting a bonus this month, that's for sure. So far, he said I'm not going to lose my job over it because I don't have a history of accidents, tickets, and stuff like that. The last incident I had was just a fender mirror. That was like 4 months ago. And wouldn't you know, where it happened, it was beer related. It was the metal containers, but it was still beer related. It was Cooler Mills. Coors Miller, whatever, Golden, Colorado. That was the last time I had an issue. And I just had this feeling something about this load wasn't right. Something about it I didn't like. Didn't know what it was. I should have trusted my instinct and said, hell no, I don't want it. But, my driver leader said, we got to get you out of Florida and get you somewhere where there's going to be loads. I'm like, all right. And it was just one thing after another with this thing. It was the whole issue at the shipper that I had to deal with. And then I had to shut down. I wasn't able to get it delivered on time. Tried to call them, yada, 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 which led to the T call to the Atlanta terminal. On the way to the Atlanta terminal, boom, goes one of the tires. Nothing that I did. It it didn't explode, but you folks saw a picture of it. Tread's completely off. There's a big hole. So there's that. That delayed me. And then this issue right here. I wanted to go the other direction to get to the Atlanta terminal. But the Garmin of all things, the Garmin told me to go the other direction. So I'm thinking, okay, well, that must be the truck route to get to the Atlanta terminal. And the other way, there must be something along the way that a truck won't be able to go down or anything like that. No, that was the way that I should have gone. And yes, I've been to the Atlanta terminal before, but I was coming from the west, not the east. If I was coming from the west, I would have had a different route. And I've had a different route, and I got to the terminal, no problem. But since I was coming from the east, it gave me a different route, a roundabout way to get there. Here's a picture of the route that it was giving me. That road was not supposed to be for trucks. There was no sign that said no trucks. Not from that direction. There is a sign on the other side, on the other end of the road. There's a sign there, but there's not a sign at the end of that one. There should have been a sign right where that intersection was at. I've seen them before, where it says no trucks and has an arrow going that direction. There's no sign there either. If they wanted to prevent these situations from happening, because apparently it's happening a lot, at least 2 to 3 times a month. The one guy that was driving by said, this is twice this week this has happened. Obviously it's a problem, but shame on the city, shame on Decatur or Atlanta, whichever one handles this area. They should be putting a sign up stating no trucks. It doesn't take much to put a flippin' sign up to let drivers know, hey, you're not going to be able to make it this way. You're not going to be able to make it this way. One sign on the road coming in. Here's the intersection, by the way. All right, here's the satellite map. It's Thompson Mills Road and Miller Road. Okay. There should have been one from Thompson Mills Road. There isn't when you're coming in from the one direction. On the other end there is, but not down there. And there should have been another no truck sign at that intersection. But there's not. And they should put something there. You want to know why they don't? Money. Because the city can get money from this. Writing tickets to the drivers. I was lucky I didn't get one. At least I didn't get one there on site. I don't know if they're going to write one and send one to me or what they're going to do. But I wasn't given anything there on site. I didn't sign anything. There wasn't anything there. The police officer was really, really nice. She was really, really nice. And maybe it's because I didn't flip out. I didn't freak out. You know, I was calm, cool, collected, had a sense of humor. You got to have a sense. I mean, I take this very seriously. Don't get me wrong. I take this very seriously. But if you don't have a sense of humor, you're going to go freaking nuts, right? You got to have a sense of humor. But then I was also thinking, how dangerous would it be if a trailer did topple over? There's a house there on the corner. We'll zoom in so you can see the house. There's a house right there. That wooden pole is part of a power line. And if that was the only thing holding that trailer, it wouldn't be enough. I was lucky. There was other factors keeping that truck and trailer right where it was at. Lucky. A miracle. But you'd think the people living there would say, hey, you got to do something about this corner. But, and I'm not calling out, I'm not saying this is the case. with the people that live there. But what I am going to say is I wouldn't be surprised if they talked to a lawyer, and a lawyer, being the scum of the earth that they are, probably said, well, if a trailer falls and it hits that power line and the power lines fall and you get any damage to your property or your house, you can sue, you can have a lawsuit, and you can get a lot of money. And you know that would happen, right? It's so everything about that damn intersection is about money. And where there's money, there's corruption. So yeah, shame on the city for not doing something about that intersection. Now, do I blame the city? No. Could I have avoided that situation? Yeah, I could have avoided it. So, yes, I admit my fault. I'm not pointing the finger at anyone. I could have kept driving straight. Or with me pulling forward. Wouldn't you figure that my laptop, the battery died and stopped when I was down the freeway. So I didn't get a POV view. Figures that would happen. Maybe there's a reason why it happened. I don't know. But there was, when I was making that right turn, there was a car here on the opposite lane. I started making that turn before the car got there. The car backed up to give me room. Oh, I'm like, oh, okay, great. So I swerve to the left to hook around and come forward. And I was getting close to the car. So I'm focusing on the car because I don't want to hit the person's car. What did I forget to do? I forgot to check my mirror. I should have looked at the mirror to see if the tandems were going to clear that corner, and I didn't, because I was focused on the car. I didn't want to hit the car. What I should have done was stop. Instead of trying to move forward and look there, look over here, I should have stopped and said, okay, they're close. Let me just double check the mirror and see if I'm clear. That's what I should have done. And if I wasn't clear, stop. Just stop. Now I could have maybe backed up. This is assuming you don't get into that ditch thing. Is maybe put cones out and back up to get out of that situation. The safest thing to do would be to just stop. Don't go back. Don't go forward. Call the police, 911, whatever. Have someone come out there to be able to direct traffic, block traffic, so that way the truck can safely get out. All right, that's the safest way out of that situation. Now, because the trailer got lodged in that part off of the asphalt there, I started to back up, and it wasn't moving, and something felt wrong. And there was just this voice, this inner voice. Now, it wasn't like a talking voice. It was like a sensation that said, stop. Whatever you're doing, stop. Don't pull forward. Don't go back any further. Don't force it. Just freaking stop. And I know that if I had, because I was in the cab, all right? I couldn't get out of the cab right away because there's cars going around the trailer, from behind me, in front of me. I couldn't safely get out. I had to wait until the police showed up, where she was able to block the traffic. And I explained, I didn't get out because it wasn't safe for me to do so. And the hell, I wasn't going out the passenger door. No flipping way. I could see it leaning. From the mirror. Here's a picture of that. I could see it leaning. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't want my weight to cause it to lean that way. So I'm over here. scared to death that the thing is going to fall over and take me along with it. So, here I am. I feel like I'm counting down to my doom or something. On-road's taking forever. Well, we have to call this person, then this one's not available. This one's not available. And I was like, well, this is kind of an emergency here. I'm in this cab. I can't safely get out and I feel like the thing's going to tip over. And heck, it was the police officer was able to get someone out here, out to that intersection quicker than on-road was able to. And the person they sent out for on-road, his truck wasn't big enough. He wouldn't have been able to do it. He would not have been able to do it. All right? And I've got the video footage, so you saw it. Yeah, so I'm like, I didn't panic, but I was very nervous about the whole situation. Then you had the combination of factors that were keeping that trailer from tipping over. I got 10 wheels on this truck, 9 were on the ground, one was slightly up. The landing gear on this side was not completely on the ground, but it was still kind of braced on the asphalt. And then the pole, with this being a freaking heavy load, 79,220 pounds, the total weight of this whole thing. Extremely heavy. The pole by itself wouldn't have held it. But it was not the only thing holding the load. There were other factors in place. And then the bumper braced against the asphalt, which that might have happened when I backed it up. So the fact that I backed it up and I could feel it got stuck, that might have been the thing that saved it from falling over. Yeah. Criminy. Jeez. I'll never do another beer thing again, that's for sure. Anheuser-Busch, Mills Cooler, Coors, Miller, whatever. Nope. Shame on you. Was it shame on you once, shame on me twice? There's not going to be a third time. Not going to be a third time. Now, nope. Not doing it. Cancel. Find someone else to do it. There's a message. The last time I did something beer related, Coors Miller, lost a fender mirror. It was a cursed load. It was cursed. There was something about it that wasn't right. I didn't want to take it. But I was kind of going with my driver later, just saying, well, okay, don't want to really be stuck in Jacksonville. I guess I'll take it. And I didn't expect all that stupid stuff happening at the shipper. I was hoping I would be able to get it delivered, even though it wasn't on time. I was hoping that I would be able to get it delivered. No. So then I get sent to Atlanta. Wasn't expecting my truck tire to blow. Thank goodness I didn't go to the one pilot that's got the lot lizard with the wig. That might have been something else. I don't know. Then come here to Decatur, Georgia, near Atlanta. Follow my GPS. And it just happens to be that one time it was wrong. I told you folks, 95% of the time, at least, it gives me good directions. This happens to be within that 5% where it didn't. And then when I made this corner, because of where I'm situated at, because this over here is blocking my way, I couldn't really see that ditch. So and I'm sure the other people that have been stuck there, I'm not the only one. If I was the only one, yeah, I've got issues, apparently. I'm not the only one, and it's happening all the time. And you know what? A truck driver coming up to that road, I couldn't really see that there was a ditch there. I wasn't really, looking for it. I guess from a distance, but I'm not really normally looking to see if there's a ditch on the side of the... I will now. And if there is one, I ain't turning there. That's for sure. Oh, jeez Louise. Okay, so folks, if you're coming from the east, all right, I don't want any of you getting stuck in this situation, all right? Apparently the city's not going to do anything about it, all right? They must hate truck drivers. Or in this case, they must love truck drivers because they can all make money. Right here, this route that I have highlighted, do not take it. Do not go down that road. Stay away from that area. Okay? Stay away from that area. Swift, stay away from that area. For those of you who are with other companies, CR England, CRST, whatever the case is, this is for you too. All right? I don't mean the group, you two. I don't mean the plane either. All right? You also, okay? Stay away from that area. I don't care what company you work with. I don't care if you're an owner-operator. All right? We're all one big family. We're all truckers. We all have to look after each other. Okay? Stay away from that area. Apparently it's happening a lot. And it's not just Swift. That should tell you something. All right? Stay away from the area. Anyways, that's it. My driver leader said that, I'm not going to lose my job. I don't have a history of accidents and tickets and stuff like that. So, I don't have anything to worry about. So, it's okay. The show will continue. All right, everything's going to be fine until it's not. But I hope you found this episode helpful, and the last episode as well. Don't take a load from Anheuser-Busch. Take it if you want, all right? I'm not taking it. Maybe it's cursed when I take it. I don't know, but I'm not taking another one. But I hope that this episode has been very helpful for you as far as avoiding a situation like what I was in. Okay? I'm not afraid to say when I screwed up, right? And I screwed up, all right? But we're going to make this a learning situation. Not only for me, but for you too, right? You also, okay? You also. Learn from my mistake. Learn from my screw up. And for goodness sakes, stay away from that area. The area that I was in. Just stay away from it, all right? The GPS is going to steer you wrong. Wow. Man, if I had followed the Swift GPS, I'm afraid what that would have given me. Here, go down this road, make a U-turn. There's a ditch there. Now, make a U-turn. I don't know. I don't know what the Swift GPS would have done, the Zonar. Ironically, probably would have given me the right way. I don't know. My heavens. Even Google Maps is telling me to go the other way. Even Google Maps is telling me to go the other way. Holy crap. And I didn't have the terminal programmed in here in the Zonar, so I should have. Should have, could have, would have. But again, all these things that I'm telling you, make note of it, okay? If this is happening a lot with a lot of other truckers, it could happen to you too, all right? So, learn from my mistakes. Okay. And hopefully you'll like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so that way you get notified of more videos of me screwing up. hopefully not any more of those screw ups. You're gonna make mistakes. But if I can help you folks to avoid making the same mistakes that I'm making, then I'll feel that my mission is accomplished. So I'm doing these videos not only to document my experience, just not only for myself, but for you folks also. So hope it helps out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next episode. I hope it's okay. Have a killer awesome trucking day.